Hi, welcome back. In the last video, we talked about the exterior of the house being essentially complete. A bit more work to do on the porch, but this video will be about all the exterior work on the site itself. So here you're looking at footings for the retaining wall that goes at the back between us and our neighbors, and it'll essentially have the fence sitting on top of it. There you see the wall down at the lower level, just where our back part ended up a bit lower than theirs, so it needs to be retained, and it makes a nice foundation for the fence. Here's another little bit of retaining wall in the front off the corner of the porch, which will support the patio, which will go to the left of the footing that you see there, and you'll see more clips of that later on in this video. So there's the retaining wall formed up. And there you see the retaining wall itself. Now the patio will go to the left of that wall. Now on the house itself, I said it was nearly complete in the last video, but there are a few details primarily on the porch left to go. You see the post bases getting shingled, which is a nice detail. And then on the top of that shingle section, there is a white cap, which you see Dustin making here, and he's basically notching it into the post so that if things move or shrink or twist, there's still no gaps, which I thought was a nice detail. So it's mitered at the corners, it's tapered on the top so the rain runs off, it's made of cedar, and it's going to be lovely. The porch itself, the surface is all down. One light fixture is up on the garage to give you an idea of what the light fixtures will look like on the exterior. All the gutters are in and the collection system is complete. There's a bunch of the team having their lunch in the sun on the front of the house. The glass railing is up on the back deck. Here you see the path, which is all fully complete now as well. You saw that in an earlier video, but just give a bit of an idea what things are looking like from down below in the lower part of the property. And then 2 days after all of that, 2 days of grading, exterior grading. So rounded off, lowered the back part of the yard behind the house and above the hill to make sure water runs in the right direction away from the house. Finished the slope along the side between Sandy and Lisa's house and our house. Here you see Ben nibbling away at it, spreading the gravel out, smoothing it out to get the right grade. I'm going to do a feature video on the rainwater harvesting system, but you see some of the tanks and filters in the back there near the Bobcat in that last clip. Took 2 days of spreading material, trimming, moving dirt around, getting the sloping in the right way so that water runs away from the house and is controlled at the top of the bank, getting materials that compact well under the areas where we'll pour concrete, and generally making more neat and tidy the area. It made a huge difference to the way things feel. It went from feeling like a messy construction site to starting to emerge as a neat and tidy yard and garden. all in all, I'm very pleased with how this all turned out. It was difficult to visualize when we had the old house in the way, and just staring at drawings and models on the computer, it was difficult to get a sense for how it was all going to turn out in terms of space and access and slopes and things, and it's all turned out much better than I thought it would, which is great. So here you see Ben and the little excavator having a go at the stump that's been left there for a couple of years now. That was an old pine tree that came down 2 or 3 years ago. We just left the stump. It needs to come out. It's a pain in the ass. It's right in the middle of the lawn. It's hard to cut the lawn around it. It serves no purpose. But as you'll see from these few clips, it took them a little bit of digging to get it out.
Yay! It's like a child's book, Ben and the Big Stump.
So this is about what it looks like now. The retaining wall's there, the side of the yard is smoothed out and sloped nicely. The area for the patio is all in place and leveled and sloped and compacted. This was near the end of the second day. Just the final finishing touches on all of the earthwork. There you see the forms in place for the front patio and for a little bit of concrete along and across the front of the porch. There you see the areas to the left of the form will all be concrete, in amongst all the post bases and against the house will all be concrete, and to the right of that will be grass. There you see the top of the path, how that all tidied up. This is taken from the deck, and there you get an idea what will be outside the back door. Concrete on the right, grass on the left. That strip along the house will be concrete. That orange box is the water filter for the rainwater system. And that's what things look like from the front today. Next week we should have all the concrete down, weather permitting. So I said our rainwater harvesting system was done. This is the big event, the first water into the cistern.
Awesome, doesn't even shake around.
Yeah.
Thankfully, that first little bit of dirty water was just obviously a bit of debris that was in the pipe.
Awesome, we did good.
Yeah.
You see my marking gauge that I hung on the right. More on the rainwater system in a future clip, more all-inclusive. The next video will be about progress on the interior. So all for now, thank you.